guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a review of the Obsidian Oracle. This is created by Megan Booker, and the guidebook is written by Trish Sullivan. So this was a deck that I backed on Kickstarter, and I've been having a good time with it. I've actually had it for a little while. But, you know, I like to work with the decks first before I do my reviews. So the Obsidian Oracle comes with this unique little pouch, which has the symbol that you see on the front of the box here, which I thought was pretty cool. It protects the box, you know, itself from damage, or you could put your cards in there, you know, either way, whatever you wants to do. Okay, so let's take a look at the box, which is pretty awesome sauce. It has that cool magnetic closure, which I don't know, I just kind of think it adds a little something to it. So there you go. Let's actually take a look at our guidebook first before we dive into this awesome deck. Okay, so you know, I mean, just kind of the papery little white book. But actually there's a lot to it. So let's get in here. Okay, so here we have our table of contents. And it doesn't have, let me see, I'll just double check before I say. It doesn't have page numbers, but it's in alphabetical order, so you kind of don't really need page numbers. You can just flip through going alphabetically. It talks a little bit about the Obsidian Oracle deck and kind of where the idea came from. There's a little getting to know the deck. There's spreads, which I always love to try out the spread that the creator has made with the deck. You know, I don't know. That's just like my thing. I don't know. And then we start with the cards here. So let me get in here so you guys can see. All right, so you would start with what it actually says on the card, and then these keywords here are not on the card. And then it talks a little bit about what they may mean, and if it was in reverse, what it may mean. And it kind of does that for all of them. Just flipping through. There are some moon cards as well, the different phases of the moon, which I also thought was really cool. So anyway, there's that, and let's actually get into our deck here. So just love that little snap closure, just okay. So first of all, can we just take a moment with this gilded edging? Just I'm trying to make it like it's slow-mo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then we have the Ouroboros, you know, the snake eating its tail. And then we have the eye in the middle, which is really cool. All right, so let me see. Let me get a card from one of my tarot decks, just so you can see what the size is. So this is standard tarot size. This comes from the Moon Power Tarot. And you can see it's just a little, hold on, let me turn it this way. Oh, that doesn't help because it's also black. Okay, so it's a little, hold on. It's a little bit less wide and a little shorter. I don't know. I guess you could say it's a little in between. I'm just going to keep using the word a little. It's in between standard tarot size and standard playing card size. I'd say it's somewhere in the middle of there. Okay, so let me go ahead and put that back. All right, so the cardstock, sorry, it's like so black, it's creating highlights. It's really thick. I believe it had, it's like almost like a matte plastic almost. So it's really stiff and I think really durable. It's going to stand for a while. And I've shuffled these quite a bit and I haven't had any chipping or anything. Like I said, I've had it for a while. at least a few months, if not more. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it could stand up to even the most vigorous of shuffling. I'm not a riffle shuffler, I'm a side shuffler. So I don't know if that like has any bearing on if cards chip or not, but I don't know. I think it's fine. All right, so without further ado, let's look into these cards that have both flora and fauna, crystals and animals and all kinds of stuff. So put this off to the side and let's get into the cards. So just the wonderful, like, just watercolor, color pencil, it's just so beautiful. And it's interesting because the names down at the bottom, which by the way, they're embossed so you can feel it. It's actually raised off the card. You know, they're different colors kind of throughout. Like, here we go. Here's one where it's a little more black and this one's white. And so some of them are harder to see and some of them are easier to see. And then some of them, see if I, like that one is actually kind of hard to see. I mean, that one is hard for me to see and I have pretty good vision. I just kind of wish they would all have been maybe one color. Like these ones are a little bit bigger font. And some of the font is yellow on some of the cards. So I don't know. I just kind of like, you know, my own thing. I'm just being nitpicky. The deck itself is gorgeous. Like I said, I love it. I'm working with it. Have been working with it. It's just like I kind of wished that the wording down at the bottom would have been a little more uniform. Either it's all going to be dark or it's all going to be white or it's all going to be yellow. But you know, like I said, that's just me. So anyway, you have this, you know, this black background. So like it's the Obsidian Oracle. So it is dark. And you just have, you know, the focus being on what is here and what is up here. And I think that it works well with your intuition, you know, even if you don't know what these things are, I would say just go with the energy. And for me, it was a good practice in that. So here we have the Venus flytrap. Not everything has something up here, by the way. And I thought that was interesting, the bunny and the bubbles. And I looked in the guidebook about that, and the guidebook is fabulous, by the way. And I will say that I don't know what every animal is here, and right away I didn't know what every plant was or every crystal, you know, basically like the properties of every single crystal. I was like, oh, you know, so it was for me a lot of deep diving into what I felt, and I think it stretched my intuition in a unique way. Like dolomite, I don't necessarily work with that stone a lot, so I was like, oh, you know, what am I feeling in its connection with bat, you know? And robin, we don't have robins where I live, so it was more of what am I getting in connection with the egg and the robin. And I do know about like robin's eggs and, you know, things like that and what they look like, but it's like, what does it mean to me? So I don't think you have to have a huge knowledge of what everything is here. I think it's just good to try and go with your intuition. And for me, it was a little hard at first. It was like, but I don't know what all of these things are, and I didn't want to keep consulting the guidebook, you know, so it really forced me to, see, like, this is kind of dark down here, but it says cactus. It really forced me to just sit with the card and feel the vibration of it. So I definitely work with this deck, I would say, a lot differently than I work with any of my other decks, because this is more, instead of going off of a keyword, like even my own deck that I created, my Wally's World deck, you know, it doesn't have any keywords. So basically you're going off of what you feel, and this is definitely that as well. And so, but you know, this doesn't have like the whole nature setting that my deck does. So it's just a different way of working with your intuition. And I love being able, oh, this was actually the card that got me to get this deck. I was like, yes. But I love to stretch my intuition. I love to try and see, like, what am I capable of? Like, how can I do things that are a little more uncomfortable, you know? And I think that I really grow that way, you know, as a reader, as an intuitive, you know, so yeah. And the Scarlet Ibis, I can't help but think of the short story, The Scarlet Ibis, that my freshmen read. The blood moon. That's so cool. And Obsidian. Okay, so I'm going to give this a shuffle, and I'm actually just going to pull one card as a general message. You know, if this message ends up connecting with you, then great. If not, that's okay. I'm just, I want to actually take a look at the guidebook so you can see or hear what Trish Sullivan has to say about the particular card that comes out. So what do we got here? We have the new moon. Excelente. All right, so new moon, what do we have? Let's take a look at the guidebook. I turned right to the page. Oh, that's kind of cool. That is handy. All right, so let me focus in for you. So the key points are endings, beginnings, release, and cycles. Let me just get this so we can see. Okay, the new moon represents the start of the lunar cycle. On its circuit around the Earth, when the moon reaches a point at which it is positioned between the Earth and the Sun, it can't be seen from Earth. While the presence of the moon still lingers, the invisible moon is known as the new moon. This signifies the ending of one phase, an opportunity for release and new beginnings. This is a great time to release what doesn't serve you anymore, to close the door on one phase of your life and open another. Decide what it is that you want, set intentions, and plant new seeds. Take advantage of the creative power and energy that surrounds you right now. Harness it and use it to fulfill your dreams. And of course it has the reversal, but I'm feeling it's more in the upright position. So there you go. All right, so hopefully that connects with somebody out there who's watching this video at whenever it is, whatever point in time it is that you're watching this video. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I've been using this deck for a while. I've actually been using it on its own. I haven't felt the need to pair it with my tarot cards. I've been using it for daily draws and journaling mostly. I haven't used it for clients. I just feel like it doesn't, it's, I don't know, more of a personal deck for me. And some of my decks are like that. So for me, it's journaling, meditation, daily draws, and that's how it's worked best. You know, for me personally, it may be different for somebody else. But anyway, I'll put the link down below if you are interested in this guidebook. That's Wally crashing around back there, by the way. So Wally sends his love. So yeah, if you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding, ding, ding notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com, where I have room and body sprays. I have my salves, like my beauty salve that I make that everybody seems to love. And I have my bracelets. And if you want to throw a little love my way, maybe some kitten kibble my way, then join that KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot. Lots of free goodies for you over there. And on my website, if you want to sign up for my newsletter, you get a monthly newsletter. That's the only time I ever send anything to your mailbox is with the newsletter. And I just go over like a DIY of the month or a spell of the month. just little like updates, crystals that I'm using for the month, teas, herbs, books that I'm reading, music that I'm listening to. So if that interests you, then definitely go check it out. And that's it from me, spiritual homies. I will catch you later, all right? Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.